Hello everyone, this is Ted Czech, Public Relations Manager for the International Foundation for Protection Officers. Welcome to the Year in Review 2021. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to give a quick look back at 2021 and then also a look forward to the year that we're in right now, 2022. 2021 was a great year. There were a lot of highs, unfortunately a few lows, but overall, it was a great year. I think the security industry saw some challenges, but worked through a lot of those challenges, and I think more of those challenges will be met head on in this year. So let's take a look. We are here on IFPO.org, our website, and one of the big issues, not necessarily in chronological order, but one of the big issues from 2021 was the mental health crisis that security officers experienced, mainly I would say due to COVID-19. Because of the isolation, because of the lockdowns, there were a lot of issues that that sprung forth from that, and that led to security officers experiencing a heightened level of physical and verbal abuse, which then led to some of them experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. And so here we have an article from Security Magazine titled "Security Teams Navigate Remote Work Challenges," and how they were dealing with the pandemic, and the workers that were facing particular risk of burnout and poor mental health. So we have the problem recognized, and then we look at another story here on the IFPO website. Plagued by PTSD and mistreatment, security jobs lack much needed mental health benefits. And this was by Shahzad Ali, CEO of Get Licensed, published on IFSEC Global's website. So this is also recognizing the problem and citing a recent study saying that 40% of security workers already suffer from PTSD or other mental illnesses. So when coupled with the stresses of the lockdown and global pandemic, it is more important than ever that mental health support is prioritized within this sector. Following that, we had a webinar recognizing that problem. Security Minds Matter. This was this was thanks to the IFPO in the UK and Ireland. They held this highly successful webinar. They also mentioned the study about 40%. That's just astounding. 40% of respondents were experiencing some level of PTSD due to on-the-job experiences. And then, following that, we had the partnership with the IFPO, UK and Ireland, and Ethos Farm. They launched Being Human training for the security industry. So it says here it's a joint initiative. And this was Mike Hurst, who is the director of the IFPO UK and Ireland. At the very heart of IFPO is a desire to support security personnel, by offering leading educational products, and we were very excited to discover Ethos Family's unique approaches to immersive learning for a next generation experience. So this has to do with mental health for security officers. So here we have recognizing the problem and then a potential solution to that problem. So thanks to the IFPO UK and Ireland for taking on that initiative. That's a great one right there. Unfortunately, we did have some sad news. The passing of Dr. Ona Ekomu. He was a leading security expert from Nigeria. He was known throughout the continent of Africa and across the world. He was a great partner with the IFPO. He did a lot for the security industry in Africa. Unfortunately, at 66 years old, he passed away. So his death was mourned by his family, his friends, and also all of us at the IFPO. He'll be greatly missed. And as IFPO Executive Director Sandy Davies said, we are all very sad about his passing. Moving on, we had 2 additions to the IFPO Board of Directors. We had Tim Fairman, and here's an interview I did with Tim Fairman. Tim, on the IFPO UK, the IFPO YouTube channel. Big welcome to Tim Fairman. So he's now an IFPO board member. He was a security officer in Wisconsin, and now he works for the Switch in Las Vegas at their Las Vegas campus. And the Switch was described to me, they have locations across the United States, but if there were, or it is actually the physical location of the internet. That it just has it's very, very large complexes where data is stored physically. And so that's Tim is the security training director for the Switch in Las Vegas. Another addition to the board, and also a man who's very familiar with Tim, was Joe McDonald, also appointed to the IFPO board of directors. Joe also worked at the Switch. He then retired, and so he's now working for the board, or he's serving on the board of directors. He's also a very avid traveler. If you follow Joe, you can see his photos. He does beautiful photography. Travels all around the United States and I believe other parts of the world, and does some great work there with his photography. So a great asset to the board of directors, Joe McDonald. Moving along, we have the annual Bill Salud Memorial Award for Professional Excellence, and this was a unique year for the Bill Salud Award. Bill was a pillar in the security industry. He unfortunately passed away a number of years ago. He worked for Security Magazine and really did a lot in pushing the security industry forward. But this year was unusual because there were 2 recipients of the award, Gary Bergen and Paul Kellett. Both guys well deserving of the award. Usually it's just given to one person, but it seems as though the folks who make the decisions about the Bill Salud Award, the IFPO and Security Magazine, they said, you know what, we can't give it to just one without giving it to the other. And that was a great decision because these guys are amazing. You can see they are well educated. You can see all the letters behind their names, but beyond that, just the work that they've done in the UK and Ireland has been fantastic, and so absolutely well deserving of the award, Gary Bergen and Paul Kellett. Next, here on the IFPO YouTube channel, we have what was our greatest success, the video that was viewed the most last year, maybe was about 4,500 views. Not a lot to some, but to our channel, quite a bit. And I had Matt Parker, who is a former U.S. soldier, and he's now a dignitary and executive protection expert. I had him comment about this video here of a cash-in-transit attempted robbery in South Africa. And a lot of people called it the Jason Bourne money heist because of the driving skills of this man right here, Leo Prinsloo. It was like it was straight out of a Jason Bourne movie. The way that this guy was able to successfully evade an attempted robbery, and it was amazing. On this highway, we had this exterior shot. We also had an interior shot. And speaking of shot, they were shot at. You can see the spider web here in this window, and so it's just a great experience to go over this video with Matt Parker. He did a fantastic job breaking it down, and as you can see, a lot of people I think found it interesting as well. And so yeah, as I said, it was a privilege to do that video with Matt Parker, and it was and congratulations to Leo Prinsloo for a job well done there, saving his life, saving the life of his partner, and also the property that they were transporting. And now, save the best for last here. We have the results from the IFPO groundbreaking security research project. This was a project that went on for several months last year. We had some great sponsors, and this was a survey that we handed out to a number of individuals around the world. And what came of it was a 100-plus page document, which, if you click the link, you can view it on the IFPO website. And so I took a look at that study, and I tried to kind of boil it down to some of the major points. And so this was something that this type of survey hadn't been done in decades. So I think it really brought forth a wealth of great information. So one of the things we saw was a lack of training. A number of recipients said there was a lack of training within the security industry. So that's something that needs to be looked at. The impact of COVID-19 was undeniable, and had a major, as I already mentioned, with the mental health crisis, there was a tremendous impact on COVID-19 on security officers. There was also a disconnect in communication or lack of respect between the client and security, and that I find is just I'm slightly bewildered by that, because the client is the one who hires security. So why would there be? You would think, one would hope, that there would be good communication, positive communication between the client and the security team that they hire. If they're hiring them, if they're spending money, you'd hope that there would be communication, but unfortunately there isn't, not all the time. And also, something that has plagued the security industry for years, low pay. That needs to be recognized. That needs to be turned around. And I think it is a little bit, but there's more work to be done in that regard. And so, with the IFPO getting certifications, that could possibly lead to that for you as an individual. Not only does earning a certificate with the IFPO help you with your own base of knowledge, but also it could possibly lead to elevating yourself within the security industry. There are also some positive takeaways. Gotta say that as well. This one individual says, when I have the support of my superiors and coworkers, anything is possible. And also technology, good communication equipment, and body cams. Body cams were something that we saw an increase in for security officers. And without our sponsors, none of this could have been possible, so we have to thank them. Critical Arc, Doyle Security Services, Friends of Chuck, Garda World, Orion Entrance Control Incorporated, Secure America, International Security Journal, and Security Magazine. So thanks to all of those folks for a job well done for making all of this possible. And of course, let's go take a look at the document real quick on ifpo.org. We have to thank Martin Gill, Charlotte Howell, Dr. Glenn Kitteringham, Janice Goldstraw White, and Josephine Ram for their work on the security, on what they call the competence of frontline security professionals and what they say about their work. So that is available. It's over 100 pages, but you can view that on the ifpo.org website. So I just want to say thank you again for watching this video. Thank you to all of you for your support of the IFPO. Best of luck in your careers in the security industry. If you are looking for a certification, please go to ifpo.org. And here's to a great 2022. Stay tuned here. Stay tuned to our website. Stay tuned to our social media, and we will bring you all the latest in the security industry, and also what the IFPO is doing, moving the security industry forward. Thanks again. Take care. Stay safe.